welcome to Hearts of Iron 4. I decided that it's due time that I give this new South America thing a try as one of my greatest accomplishments in life, I would say. We're writing some dating events that involved Vargas here. I know it's kind of weird, but those events, they're very high quality events, I promise. A+. I give myself the A+, so it doesn't really mean much, but I still take it. The borders look different too. I'm assuming the borders are just now more accurate, and I really hope that playing as a South American country is not as painful as it once was, now that there's DLC that gives these countries content. I just don't know. Every mod that I've played that involves South America is still it's just hard. There's just so many mountains and forests and no infrastructure. I'm already pretty scared. It's gonna be a long day. See, 9 out of 10 times, it's best to start with your political tree and do some stuff. I really like Vargas, though. I wish we could just make him emperor. A very long time ago, I was working on a mod called Maple Reich. And in that mod, Vargas became like the emperor of South America. It's really unfortunate what happened to it. Great mod, though. I give it an A+. Anyways, we're going to go about restoring or romanticizing imperial history, and then Pedro will become king. One of them, I guess. Germany is also going down their non-aligned or maybe democratic route, probably just non-aligned though, so we will probably be able to ally ourselves with them. Though again, maybe they go down their democratic route. I never see them do that though, so I kind of doubt it. This is just still terrifying though. This is just terrifying. Now recruit Benedito, the political fox. This is a very good advisor. Plus 10% political power gain is good, but the minus 20% political advisor cost makes him an ideal first political advisor. I don't know why you would ever take him after that. First, we will probably switch on to partial mobilization, and then we will get some other political advisor. As for focuses, we'll do this focus to get our unaligned support ticking up, and then while we're waiting for the neutrality to gain momentum, we will start working down our economic focus tree to deal with this. I don't know how to pronounce it, but basically they're causing some issues in these regions and destabilizing them, and we should probably deal with it before we lose all of our political power. Or not political power, but stability. It can cause a lot of problems if it's low during a actual war, as being in any war decreases stability, though being in an offensive war decreases war support, while being in a defensive war increases war support. And this focus gave us radios for free, so I'm kind of happy I didn't accidentally try researching them before doing that focus. It's always important to read your focus trees before you play the game so that you know what to research and when to research it. I usually don't do that though. Luckily, we only have 2 research slots, so it's not like we'll really be researching anything. We probably are fine just building a ton of infantry this game and not even caring about tanks, but maybe it's actually a Navy Brazil angle. Okay, we can now do all these decisions, or I guess we can only do one of them, considering our current amount of command power. And the Spanish Civil War has begun. I almost forgot about this thing. It's a classic. Yeah, we'll begin the Navy research. I think we should research care. Maybe not, actually. Those are probably not what we should be building. I'm gonna do it. I think it's a good idea. Now we have the Italian Civil War. Maybe the Republicans will win. Italy will become democratic. We'll now bribe the military. I guess bribing the military is the only way to remove weak government, though bribing the military I think is a good sign of a weak government, so I don't know. This is kind of a counterintuitive focus. We might do it and then get some secret event that makes our government even weaker. And apparently Chile is trying to build up a navy. I don't know. I think this is the perfect excuse for some naval gameplay here, guys. And this is a miracle too. I don't know why. I don't know why we're being so blessed today, but we do have a naval aviation expert as one of our possible chiefs of navy, so we'll of course be choosing this guy. I feel like we're just getting a sign after a sign. I don't know. It's really pushing us in this direction. I thought we would just be doing decisions about like building railways in the Amazon rainforest or something. Our dream of a peaceful world is gone. Maybe that gives us a new target to send our aircraft carriers to. So now that we have invented the aircraft carrier, it's time that we invent the aircraft. This is gonna be a big one, guys. Kinda sad I didn't look at these advisors first, because we have the best advisor ever, the Coffee King. That's crazy. And I feel like we probably should focus on our political tree, but I am first going to do the Navy tree a little bit so we can get some dockyards running. We need screening ships too. too, I think, but one aircraft carrier probably is like as good as 1,000 submarines. Because like submarines, they basically just shoot torpedoes and we can just drop torpedoes from airplanes. I'm pretty sure that's how this works, guys. We'll need some good radios to put on these aircraft carriers so that they can detect the billion ships that are going to be launching torpedoes at them. This is just, it's not as bad as the Amazon, but this stuff is just impossible to get through without good mountaineers with a ton of artillery. And like this stuff, we're just lucky that we're the ones that own it, because no one, I swear, you could nuke this province 20 times and you would not be able to get into it. There's no way that anybody ever takes these tiles. I promise. Like, we have no divisions here, and the supply, look what happens. I'll send this one division here. Just wait. It's just gonna take like 50 years for him to actually even get there. Do you know what the combat width of this division is? It's 8. He's already suffering. Like I said before, we could just put 2ths here, but we don't even need to put divisions here. We just bomb the infrastructure, leave, and anybody who goes in will die. And Germany is doing their German Empire path, not their wholesome, cute path, so there will be a war in Europe. Whether we get involved in that is debatable. I don't really see us having any sort of land army this game, based on how things have been going, so I don't think we can do much. Maybe we can like convoy escort for the US or something. I don't think aircraft carriers are that good at convoy escort too. That's not probably a good idea, but they'll at least think we're crazy, and if they think we're crazy, they might be scared of us, and then they probably will think twice before attacking us or something. We also are fortunately blessed with the Naval Air Defense Minister. I'm not gonna buy him yet, just because we should be using our political power in other ways right now, because we don't really need the buffs until like 47 when the aircraft carrier is done, but I mean, we'll get there someday. And Republican Italy won. I think we are gonna become good friends with them. Well, I mean, we're not really going our democratic route, so maybe not, but we're going to do this good neighbor policy. I mean, I think we'll be on the same team. Probably. So the king has now become the leader of our country, Pedro the winning one, and now it's the perfect time to demand, or I guess maybe not demand, but request unification with Portugal. I noticed that they're in the Spanish Civil War right now, so I think this is the perfect time to demand/request that they join us, because they're in a pretty weak spot, and I don't think we're gonna get a better opportunity. They'll probably die, or become powerful enough that they don't care about us. We gotta take our shot while we can. Oh, they accepted the Commonwealth. This is great. We're now guaranteeing each other. So hopefully Portugal doesn't die in the next 140 days, which is very likely to happen. I have hope. I think there's a chance that they survive. They have no dockyards. This will obviously get crushed. They're not gonna take Porto. And luckily, Portugal survived long enough, but didn't win the war, so they accepted subjugation. As if they refused, there's no way they win this thing. The Kingdom of Portugal and the Kingdom of Brazil now stand united. But we're the Empire of Brazil and Portugal. Beautiful. I kind of like where things are going. I think Portugal has a decent navy too, so maybe they can be our screening and we'll build the carriers. 3 ships. Yep. Good navy. The nice thing about this too is we can request all of Portugal's forces, so we can use their troops to take over all these countries over here. I think that'll go well. We'll just move them into the Amazon so they can learn what it's like. Okay, it's time for our first scuffle here. It's time to invade Uruguay. The Portuguese divisions will naval invade with the help of the definitely real Brazilian navy that exists. Do we have a guy with like the naval invasion traits? That would be a miracle, honestly. This guy will learn. He will learn. He will get it soon. I feel like this is going to be a very easy fight. We'll declare war. We'll increase world tension, which world tension is very low right now. Argentina is telling us to go away. I might have just agreed to go away if we didn't have the Portuguese divisions, but with the Portuguese divisions, I feel like we can easily fight Argentina too. And the second we won, Argentina declared on us. You know, I kind of respect that. They wait for us to finish our other conflicts so they can have a fair, even 1v1. I didn't expect it, but I'll take it. So I kind of underestimated how strong Argentina was, that their army is a bit stronger than ours. Even ours combined with Portugal, it's probably bigger, but I'm ramping up military production, so we should be fine soon. We just need to make some more guns and stuff, and then everything will be okay. I hope so. And we're like trading for no reason too. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I've been kind of just building dockyards settlements. We have 5 now. We probably should have been building military factories though, in anticipation for something like this. I just didn't expect we'd be going to war with Argentina so soon. I thought this would be more of a late game thing that we were doing. We have now successfully made 1 encirclement of 4 divisions. I'm going to bring this guy into his own group and go on last stand just to try to hold it. Okay, they made a very strategic blunder by removing all the troops from 2 tiles on their front line. I'm going to take advantage of this and walk into those tiles. One of them is actually a supply hub too. That's pretty good. Because of that blunder, we also encircled these 5 divisions. I feel like now that they've lost 9 divisions, for a country like Argentina, that's a death blow. We should be able to maybe just battle plan, but I'm going to try to naval invade just so we don't lose a ton in this conflict. And we're working now to surround their capital. We're naval invading here. We've broken through here by land. I feel like if we encircle their capital, this entire conflict is basically over. Their capital is a port, so it's not like it's supply disconnected from everything else, but this isn't good for them. And Poland conceded Eastern Poland and Danzig. They're making some big moves, this guy. I have a certain word that I kind of want to call that guy right now, but I'll refrain. And Argentina, yeah, we're just battle planning at this point. They'll capitulate soon. They don't have any guns left. And easy enough, they capitulated. I think I will take this state for myself for navy reasons, and then probably puppet the rest. I guess I'll take this too. I will take their navy, of course. That's very important. Anyways, I do still have this war goal against Bolivia, but I now have a decision to invite everybody to our faction, the great United States of South America. So I'm going to try to do the nice thing here and stop fighting people. I don't want to be stuck in another war that I'm not ready for. My aircraft carrier isn't done yet, so it's not like we pose any legitimate threat to anybody. Okay, everybody accepted that we invited so far, so we have Guatemala, Nicaragua, Bolivia, Argentina. Okay, our first carrier will be done in 42. I might as well assign dockyards for another one, so we will have 2 carriers done in 42. And so Peru and Ecuador both signed a white peace with each other, and then they both joined our faction, so we're all friends now, besides Chile, who's in a civil war still. Don't know when this will end. Probably never, considering there's like a mountain, a desert, and a mountain tile. Unfortunately, too, there are 2 factions with the same color because Italy made a faction and we made a faction, so it's kind of confusing. There are like 3 good guy, happy democratic factions this game, too. There's also a communist India that's in the Central Powers. Okay, now this is beautiful. This is a great color. We're the South American Empire. The factions are now distinct, which is the most important thing, but this is also an amazing color. I really like it. It takes a lot of political power, though, unfortunately, to integrate all these places. I might just stop doing focuses. I don't really care about most of these other focuses. I mean, we've done all the most important ones. Yeah, these factions are a bit crazy. The Soviet Union has joined the Allies. The United States and Canada, I think, are just going to stay out of it. Okay, and it's time to restore peace in South America. We're just gonna send our armies to the border with the bad guys, and then we'll join the war. I just hope when we declare it doesn't, like, cause them to immediately join a faction. World tension's not at 100%, so we're probably fine. Since Paraguay's not our ideology, we can't integrate them even though they're in our faction, so unfortunately I'm going to have to kick them from our faction and invade them when the truce expires. Yeah, we kind of need to do it. It just looks really bad. Like, if it was any other country, it wouldn't matter, but this one specifically, it looks really bad if we don't integrate them. And Rafael Franco, you never know what he's going to do next. I've seen him do crazy things before. We just can't trust that guy. And at long last, we have our first aircraft carrier. I've been waiting a long time for this, and we'll move it into a very strategic position. But here's how things look. We're the South American Empire. We're pretty strong. Everybody else is in a pretty weird place. There's the African Union, which Sweden is the strongest member of. I don't know how that happened, but that's pretty funny. That, though, is all for today. I will see you all next time. Maybe in the near future. Who knows? But until then, have a good day.